Why'd I have to pick the day I'm so sniffly to redo this video? My name is AJ. I've never eaten an eggplant before, and I probably never will, because it's weird. Anyways, this is a video review talking about, I guess, of Valor zombies, and there's probably somebody going, well, I don't know what the fuck that is. What's wrong with you? What the fuck is Valor zombies? Well, I'll tell you. Give me 3 seconds. Jeez, dude. I'm also re-recording this not scripted because the script I wrote wasn't that great and I wasn't very proud of it. Plus the game just got updated anyways. So Valor Zombies, what is it? Well, as of now, it's basically Nocturne Totem remastered. But it is more than that, but like that's like the most basic rundown I can say about it. It's easier and it looks better than Nocturne Totem. The gameplay is objectively better. So, when you click play on Valor Zombies on Roblox, it's a Roblox game, you're loaded into a game, a zombie prison, and all you have is your 1911, and you have 100 health. There's mysterious guns on the walls all over the place with numbers next to them, signifying how many points you need to have to buy them. And it's just you in this abandoned prison that's on fire and exploded, and zombies. You and maybe a couple other dudes probably, because like it's just random lobbies so far. So you and a bunch of other dudes, and all you have is 1911s. You're fighting down 4 different types of zombies mainly. Those types of zombies being a just regular old zombie, which is a German soldier from World War II, a commanding officer, otherwise known as the Speedy Boys, from World War II, a big dude, which is just a giant dude with lots of health, and he moves slow. And then there's the Valor guys, the Valor zombies. They're fast, they're strong, and they're the size of the normals. So they got 3 things going for them and not much against them, besides that they can still die from bullets. And as the rounds progress, the zombies get stronger and stronger. And that's pretty much the gimmick of the game. It's just like any other round-based zombie survival game. Pretty much just, it is like, I don't want to call it a COD Zombies clone because it is and it isn't. It does everything COD Zombies did good, and they've since left that formula behind, so I feel like it's only fair for other people to just use it because it's the good formula. It was lightning captured in a bottle, and it's still working. Very clearly. Anyways, there's a mystery box. For 950 points, you can slap the shit out of that mystery box, and it'll give you a random weapon. And oh my god, it takes fucking forever to hit the box. It takes, after being like a Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 COD Zombies veteran, it takes so long for it to just go. And it's just like, please, give me the gun. I have a horde of zombies behind me. It's round 25. Give me a goddamn gun. But the options for the mystery box to give you guns are as listed. It could be an Seaotta, a 5-round bolt-action rifle, a Kar 98K, another bolt-action rifle, or a Springfield, another bolt-action rifle. There are 2 shotguns, a Remington 870, the worst one, and then the M1917 trench gun, the better one. And there are 5 SMGs that you could potentially get: the M3 Grease Gun, the M1 Thompson, the MP40, the PPSH-41, and the Sten, a newly added gun just recently, which is why I had to re-record this video. There are 2 assault rifles that I know of. You could call the Gewehr 44 a carbine, but I'm just going to put it into the category of assault rifle because there's not many guns in the game yet. There's not enough to fit a bunch of different categories. So for assault rifles, you have the STG 44, the BAR, otherwise known as Badass Rifle, which is also known as an LMG, but for this case, it's going to be an assault rifle. And then there is the, well, as I just said, the Gewehr 44, the Gewehr, which is technically a carbine, but whatever. And then there's 2 LMGs, a Bren, and, you know, the little top magazine-fed light machine gun with the weird sights. And then an M1915 water-cooled light machine gun. That texture should be revamped because it looks awful, low-key. And then there's 2 pistols, a Luger and a 1911. The 1911 is the one you spawn with, and you can get the Luger out of the box. I don't think you can get the 1911 out of the box, but I don't hit it enough to make that call. There's also a flamethrower, which is pretty cool. They update the game quite a bit too. A new gun is added probably twice a month. In this case, the Sten and the Gewehr were just added, and you know, it's pretty darn cool. The Grease one was just added like 15 days ago. I don't know. It was added recently. And the map gets so many updates. I cannot fathom how many updates this game gets. It's nuts. It's pretty nutty. So that's basically the game and the current like thing of the game, what's going on. The maps I can't really critique the map because of how much they update it, but it is pretty nice seeing all the updates because it's like, oh, every single time I see something new, I'm just so pleasantly surprised. Like, oh, I'm surprised. I was like, oh, that wasn't there before. That's so cool. Or that wasn't there. That's so cool. So cool that that's there now. I love it. So that's just kind of what the game is. I explained it pretty good there. I was going to make a complaint about how there's only spawns on one side of the map, and there's current bugs in the game. Like a lot of pile-up bugs where you can just sit in a spot and zombies won't be able to get you. But I can't really complain about that because there was one where you could just sit on a tire, and they've already patched it. Like, they just patch things so quickly. Like, it's kind of impressive. They're constantly on bug issues, and there's another one running rampant. I don't know if it is today because last time I played the game was yesterday, and I don't know if they updated it to fix said bug. But in the lunchroom, there's a bug where if you stand on top of the wood things, there's multiple areas, small little places that zombies can easily get caught and just stop working. And also, later rounds are a fucking nightmare. I get it. It's supposed to be a horde zombie game. Cold War, which for me was moderately difficult, is harder than this. I would rather play Transit and go for the 100 round strat. Maybe not, but they've gotta put some sort of cap on how many zombies can spawn at once or be alive at once, because it is ridiculous how big of a train you can get going. You can get a train around the whole map and then just get fucked because of all the different random speeds of the zombies. It's nuts. I definitely think that there should be a cap on health eventually, and that there should be a cap on how many zombies there can be, just to like be new player friendly. Even if it isn't that way in the future, I'm assuming they're gonna add some sort of upgrade system for guns. As the devs said, they plan on adding an upgrade system for guns. It's like a sort of crafting thing, so you can upgrade your guns. And they're also planning on adding a perk system eventually. I don't know about any of this stuff. I just heard it in their Discord. Okay, that's not new information. And also, if you want to be known as an OG, you can get the Founders Pass, which is, you'll be way cooler in the future. So yeah. That's pretty much the game. I can't really critique it too much. I just kind of wanted to talk about it because it's a cool game and I like it. But I also kind of wanted to recommend some things to do with the future of the game that I think would be pretty cool. They're also working on a D-Day map. There's ideas for a London map, and they have suggestions in a very, very based community. So yeah. But here's just some things that I would think would fit the game. Now, obviously, these things take time. It's game development, right? Some of these features are going to take time, like being able to upgrade the guns in that whole system and also the perk system, which is why I think it'd be good to just wait for an update for a little bit, because I currently like the game how it is. Maybe if you guys just add in a leveling system so that I can actually feel good about leveling up, even if it's just scrapped together, I don't care. Allow me to level up, and I will grind your game. Or like add in like a statistics thing, like, oh, you have this many kills with this gun, and I will grind the grease gun until infinity. But yeah, I totally didn't even mention, I'm gonna have to throw this in somewhere, that there are wall buys around the map. There's the BAR as a wall buy for 600, which is like the light machine gun of the wall buys, and there's the STG-44, a slow fire rate, high damage, 45 round with 800 in reserve assault rifle, fully auto. Did I say that? I don't know. There's the Thompson for 250, which has a 40 round mag that I last checked, and I don't know how much in reserve, but it's a good early game newbie submachine gun. I mean, it's right there on the wall in front of where you spawn, so it's the best for the new players. And then there's the grease gun. For 400, you get 600 rounds, beautiful God's caliber 45 ACP, because that's what the gun was chambered in. I don't care if it's, no one cares, sorry. But you get 600 rounds of moderately high damage bullets and a nice slow and steady machine gun like fire rate. And overall, I just think it's the best package for the cheapest. I mean, you could go for the STG-44 for 700, but I'll take the 400 because then I just get 1200 with the 1911, buy myself a car 98K off the wall, which is the other wall buy for 1200, which is a lot, but whatever, I don't really care. It's not my game. And also, oh fuck, I gotta keep going on this topic. I'm so scatterbrained, I'm sorry. Car 98K there for 1200, and you can quick scope and shit, which feels amazing. And then what I'll normally do early game is I'll just get enough points with my 1911 to buy car 98K or hit the box once, and then get enough points. I'll probably run the 1911 out of ammo, or I'll just go and buy the grease gun and replace my 1911 with the grease gun, because I love small submachine guns and machine pistols, which the grease gun isn't really that, but there weren't really any machine pistols besides the C96 Mauser during World War II, so who am I to talk? Anyway, so that's about for the wall guns. Can't critique the map again because it's being updated so goddamn much. Yeah, I can't really say more on that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. One more thing I'd like to mention real quick as like an honorable mention for the video. Quick scoping feels so goddamn good. The game is slow, but it's not too slow to where it's like Rainbow Six Siege tactical level. It's slow enough to make you think about where you're going and what you're doing, but it's not like super fast that you just don't think. Like, it's slow enough just to make you think about the game, but it's not quite slow enough to like make you be tactical gamer instead of a position and hold out, because there are some bugs with the game, and being a PC gamer I use them to my advantage, but that's besides the point. Anyways, here are some ideas of guns to add, because I like ideas and I like putting them out there for other people to exploit. Alright, here's one. A pistol. You guys only have 2 in the game. They're not that great. I don't like them. You could add a C96 Mauser auto pistol with a 20 or 30 round detachable magazine, and maybe give him more than 300 bullets, for God's sake. Christ is. Sorry. And maybe you could do it semi-auto, or you could do it full auto. Now, I would personally recommend changing the pistol recoil to a Rainbow Six Siege style, rather than have the muzzle just flip up for a second and then limit the fire rate that way. I really don't like that personally. Again, not my game, but I would just recommend switching that up, because it's just I feel like it's a better system to do no muzzle climb, but just have it like visually go up, kind of like how Rainbow Six Siege does it, because I thought that system was much more pleasant. Unless it's harder, then just don't do it, because obviously the game has a bright future, so I'll just wait for the future if that's what it takes. You could add some sort of fake, yes, fake, but still keep it World War II style semi-automatic 9mm pistol. The Germans, they loved 9mm. They made a whole submachine gun that was like a cat that they loved, the MP40. It was the vest. It was real good, and they made a Luger, which was also 9mm. The Mauser wasn't, whatever. The Walter, I'm pretty sure was 9mm too. You know, so you could very easily just like fit in a 9mm fake World War II style pistol and get away with it, probably, with a built-in suppressor, so that it doesn't have as much muzzle flash as any other pistol. Now, obviously, the damage would be less, but any gun pack-a-punched is okay. And then maybe you could make it a wall-buy. You could add a wall-buy pistol, which would be pretty shitty, but it would be like, for the noobs, it'd be like, oh, I can upgrade my pistol, kind of. Now I have a new pistol that's better and cooler, because it's suppressed. Anyways, yeah, so that's pretty cool. The stun submachine gun. I have this on my list, and I didn't realize you guys would add it the day after I recorded this initial video, so now I have to re-record it unscripted. Thanks. Fuck you. I'm just kidding. And then there's the MP41. It's like the MP40's big brother, but it was like more of the style of the PPSH, with the wooden lower receiver and also the wooden stock. So it didn't have a vertical grip, but it was kind of a cool style. And what you guys could do, it could be a skin for the MP40. Maybe you guys could make that the case, where you have an MP41 skin for the MP40, because they're basically the exact same fucking gun. I mean, the internals were interchangeable. The upper receiver and everything else was the exact same on the MP40 that it was on the MP41. They literally just changed the lower receiver. In fact, I think the firing groups were literally interchangeable. But that's sciencey gun stuff. You're not here for that. And then an M1919 Browning light machine gun. This gun, the last time I saw it in any sort of shooter game was way back in Call of Duty World at War. I don't think I've seen any other game implement it since. Kind of frustrating to me, because it's such a cool ass fucking gun that you could totally run and gun with, but like it's just been left to rot. Probably because it's hard to design as a game designer for some reason. Maybe animations for it are hard, but it's just a box with a barrel on it and then a grip, and it's a fucking machine gun, and it's so cool, and I want to see it in a newer game with better graphics. Make it look good, please. And then the MG42 light machine gun, which I'm sure you guys are already planning to add, because it's like the most famous machine gun of World War II, besides like the Bren or the Lewis or all the other light machine guns that were in World War II. And then you guys could also add the MG34 for that, in that case, because like the MG34 was pretty cool as well. Basically the same, but it was just like slightly different, and it maybe, again, you could sell it as a skin for the MG42 to make it look cooler if you want that better look, maybe. And then the Lee Enfield, but give it the carbine kit version. Microtransactions are really cool. You can make it to where the Lee Enfield has a carbine kit, but you can only use the carbine kit version for microtransactions. Hit me up. I know them. You love them as a game developer, because you want money, just like everyone else. It's only fair. And my last suggestion, which I think would be pretty cool, is an M2BH 50 BMG light machine gun. Now, if you're not a gun person, that was just a bunch of mumbo jumbo that came out of my mouth, but I'll show a picture of it. It's a big ass machine gun that's still being used today in wars like the Ukraine one. It's a 50 BMG machine gun, which, if you don't know what 50 BMG is, it's the same caliber the Barrett fires, or the G6 Lynx from the new Modern Warfare 2. It's a big ass bullet, and that in a machine gun form, it's pretty fucking dope. Now, it would most likely be a mounted machine gun, because because I don't see any other way you could stick it into gameplay. I do have an idea, but I'll get to it in a moment. So what you could do is on your new D-Day map, you could pit that as a mounted machine gun. But obviously it would be pretty busted. So you'd only have it as like one of the main machine guns, and then the other ones you pit on the map are just MG42s or something. I don't know. I don't really care. That's up to you guys. But if you want to implement it into your basic zombies gameplay, is you can make it to where when you get out of the box, if you want to move around with it, number one, you move very slowly, but you just kind of have it over your shoulder. And then if you want to deploy it, if you want to shoot it, you basically, when you ADS, your character pulls it out from over their shoulder or from however they're carrying it, and then they kick the tripod down really quickly and then do like a quick deploy thing. And then you basically can't move, but you can shoot with big ass guns. So it wouldn't be very good for late game strats, but it would be pretty cool to see as just like a fun gun to set up with the boys on some sort of ridge line and hold off a choke. I mean, I think it'd be pretty fucking dope. Just 4 dudes with big Browning machine guns. Just do. I think it'd be pretty fun. I think it'd be pretty. It could lead to memories happening. Now, obviously, that's for balancing as well, because it'd probably one shot the fast, the normal, and like maybe 3 shot the bigs, because realistically, of a caliber that big and a gun that powerful and machine gun format would be pretty busted. Which is why I'm saying you can literally only use it when you're not moving, which makes you also vulnerable. And to pick it up, it takes time. So basically, if you ADS, it's like a toggle ADS with this thing, because you're deploying a big ass fucking tripod. Why would you want to hold that down the whole time, plus the shoot button? So make it like toggle ADS, and when you ADS, like right click, it just like deploys the fucking thing, and then you click it again after you're done shooting it, brings it back up. And also the reload. Reloads are a thing. Give it like 125, maybe 150 rounds of awesome, and then just send it. I think that'd be pretty cool to see. But again, it's not my game, so I'm just making suggestions. So that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say for the game. Besides one little note I want to say is sometimes the updates get a little much, because it is like keeping up with a modern live service game, or if you're not constantly playing just that game and nothing else, it's pretty hard to be good at it with all the updates that are happening, which is a little annoying. So I would appreciate it if maybe some month soon you guys just took a break from all the daily updates and maybe just tried to make one big update, because I think it'd be cooler to get bigger updates that are more awaited for, because then I'd get more of a dopamine rush and I'd be way more excited for it, and your fans would love it a lot more. Don't abandon the game, but also just take some time to work on the later game features. And I understand you have to develop the game first to make it able to take those features, like you need to fully develop the maps and the mechanics and stuff, but I do think it would be nice to just hold off on the updates a little bit and work on some of the long-term stuff so you can get going on it. And I don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but I'm just gonna guess that you guys are mostly working on the daily updates, and I understand it takes time, which is why I think you guys should start working on it, because you already have a decent player base that's like loving the game. So I think it'd be pretty cool to just hold off a little bit, wait to see what happens, and let your game grow a little bit, just to see where it goes, you know. But that's about it. I'm AJ. Please subscribe, like, comment. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 100 by the end of the year, and I appreciate you all. Thanks. Goodbye.